All right, we'll start off tonight's post-game press conference with a statement from head coach Dan Munson, then open it up for questions for Coach Munson and student-athlete Colin Slater.
Well, we're obviously getting better because, I wasn't happy with a win, and so that just shows the progress we're making. And I don't think the players were happy with, the way we played defensively either. And, that was, kind of how we played in the preseason where we tried to outscore people and not take control on the defensive end. And thankfully, we got some stops at, the last 5-6 minutes to, it was the first time we really took control on the defensive end. But you're not going to play well in every game, and to be able to find ways to win and be adaptable. And this is a hard team to adapt against. And I kept telling our guys all week, this is a tough team to play against. They're just so relentless on the boards. I mean, they just manhandled us last year, and I told them if they win the boards, they're going to win this game. And they won the boards by 1, and Colin's sitting here, so I have to, he wants, he's like a little kid. I got to make sure, I'm telling him every time he's proud that he had seven rebounds, but he lost one out of bounds. It should have been 8. Mm-hmm. But our guards did a good job. He and Jadon of rebounding the ball, and of course Kadir is, a force in there. But there weren't a lot of rebounds there in the first 30 minutes because everything they shot felt like they were making. So it was a tough win, and it's always going to be against Bakersfield. And I'm glad to get that one. And as they say in the NCAA tournament, you survive in advance, and that's kind of what we're trying to do in this league right now.
Let's start with defense since you were just talking about it. Just talk about sticking with the zone. Was there any desire to get out of it there in the first half when they put up 39 points?
Well, we didn't. We only zoned 1 or 2 possessions in the first half.
I mean, in the second half, you guys went back to it, yeah.
Well, yeah. When I first went to it, they hit 2 back-to-back threes, and we got out of it. But the penetration was hurting us so much in the zone. And again, I'm just the players don't. They want to play man. And I was really proud of them because when we went to it, they bought into it and they were convicted to it. And anything will work if you're convicted to it. And I thought Ramel really came in there on the top of it and really made a difference for us and really turned the tide when he was at the top of the zone the last 4 minutes.
That was going to be my next thing was Ramel coming in there. Have you guys done that before? Is that something new?
He hasn't done it much this year because we have a lot of length on this team. Jadon and Kadir go up there. I've always in that zone wanted some length. Jadon's been doing it the most, but he's done it in past years, and he's been very effective. I remember one time against UCLA when he was a freshman, he was on the top of it and really gave them a lot of trouble with it. So, that's where James Ennis used to play, and it's a tough spot. We call it the rover position, and you got to cover a lot of ground, and you're kind of the quarterback of that zone. And it wasn't that Jadon wasn't doing his job, but the length of Ramel really changed that, I felt.
So what's up, Slate? You don't like running the zone?
I don't think that's the case. We're a group that at the beginning of the year we were getting scored on a lot. And we felt like, okay, we got to figure this out man to man. Like, there's no excuses why our coach should feel like, I need to help you so much to where we're going to go zone. But now our mindset is more like he's not trying to, disrespect us as players. He's just trying to win and put us in the best position to be successful. So we're just buying the winning now.
So flip to the other side on offense. You guys maintained your aggressiveness throughout. No, even when stuff wasn't going well defensively, you guys were always aggressive. Talk about how that kind of changes your mindset as a group when you and Joel just crash in the bucket.
I think I'm going to be really honest. Me and him talk about defense the whole game. And we know our role as offensive guys. We got to make sure that the team is going and we got to get everybody involved and we got to touch the paint and make the defense play honest to where everybody can get comfortable shots and make good plays. But our main thing is, dude, if we don't get this done on defense, nothing matters. Like, we can score all day. We need to get stops. So it just kind of comes natural.
Hey, Coach.
Yep.
Excuse me if I butcher his name, Traore.
Yeah.
Number 25?
I might butcher it too. So yes.
Okay.
We call him Kadir. That's his middle name. That's the easiest.
There you go. He got a lot of notice for his rebounds he got, last week, but he had a one steal tonight. It was about 5 minutes left at midcourt when got a dunk at the other end, got you a 3-point lead, and kind of started to pull away from there. How big was that play, that steal right there?
He's just become really valuable, and he was on me because he only had one foul the first half, and I've sat him in the second when he got two. And the last 2 games he's been in a little bit of foul trouble, but getting him back, we felt both games, this one and Saturday, and he's kind of our X factor, and just kind of our stabilizer on both ends of the floor, really, because not just is he a good defender and rebounder on that end, but he bails us out with some offensive rebounds and just cleaning up around the basket on the offensive end. So I thought when we went in a half, just like we did Saturday with a tie game, knowing he was going to play more in the second half, it gives you confidence, and I think our guys are confident that that ball is loose around the basket, he's gonna come help it. I told him at films today, I said, let's be honest, we cannot expect him to get every rebound. Everybody else had to do it, and Jadon had 5 rebounds and he had 7 at the guard positions, and that was huge for us because they are one of the premier rebounding teams, if not the best rebounding team in our league.
Was there anybody else specifically on defense that you thought did a good job that might not show up in the stat box? This is for both of you.
Well, I always want to praise J-Rob just because he's playing it so out of position, and the guy's 6'8", 260 that he's guarding today, and Stith ends up with 2 points, and he didn't guard him a whole game, but I just think he and Abubakar and Ramel did a really nice job on that, and our guards. We're switching, and our guards, Joel was down there on him a lot, and the switches, we had to kind of curtail the switches, not because of our guards, but because our bigs couldn't keep Higgins in front of them. So we shored some of that up the second half, and it's great to be able to be hard on the guys after a win, but the second half, defensively was a different. And you're going to have games like that. We just didn't really dictate on the defensive end the first half. We didn't play bad defense, but we didn't disrupt like this team has to. We're so small, you just can't play position defense. We had to be out there getting some deflections, making them, get them out of dry run and getting them having to make plays on the move. And we did that, a little bit better in the second half, and then the zone got him standing around and was able to kind of finish it off.
Colin.
Oh yeah, my guy.
Yeah, I mean if it's not J-Rob.
Of course it's J-Rob every game for me, but
It's good to have Drew back too.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Drew Cobb.
Yeah.
I miss his voice on the court.
Yeah.
He's so vocal on the court, and he makes everybody cause certain things when you're up top as a guard, you can't see what's behind you. And he's always behind talking and telling me what's going on. Like I have eyes in the back of my head. So
Yeah, his leadership was good today to have back,
Big
and
time.
then obviously his game, just the stability, to be able to come off the bench and have, somebody that's that kind of experience was really nice to have back, and we missed Joe some today, that other inside guy, but hopefully.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
Yep.
sweet.
Thank you guys.